bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Bring 'em Out with your hosts, Joel Richardson and Alan Hill.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Sunnybrook Ballroom inside the Speakeasy for another episode of Bring 'em Out. I'm Alan Hill, here with Soul Joel himself, Joel Richardson, and we are flying solo today and loving it.
But we're 43 minutes into the episode.
Yeah, well, lots of behind the scenes today.
Little inside trade.
Jesse,
Insider.
Jesse had to remind me 3 times that we're rolling already.
Yeah. little inside baseball there.
Oh, I love it.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How you been? How you back from vacation? All,
Back from vacation, man.
recharged and ready, tanned up.
Yeah,
Staring at pigs' asses down there and whatnot.
Dude. All right, so first of all, let's
I'm not talking about the women.
yeah, let's right. Let's peel this one layer back. So I went to the Bahamas. Okay, I hadn't gone on a vacation since March last year.
Right on.
So I had all these credit card points. I booked it by myself, as I know. I had invited you. And then I started talking to Buddy Harris, and Buddy Harris like, "You're going by yourself?" Like, I'll go. So he met me down there on day 2. So I was down a day before and a day after him.
Right on.
So he comes down, literally flies down on his birthday.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So really cool. So we go out to dinner.
Buddy.
Of course.
Buddy's awesome.
And I got to be the good friend because he's joining me on his birthday. You know, who knows how many we got left in this lifetime, right?
That's right.
So we're holding hands. No.
Sprinting in slow motion down the beach.
So we go and we have dinner at this top-notch steakhouse. Dude, some of the best food I've had there.
No shit.
It's like the new Atlantis.
Oh,
it's called Baha Mar.
Okay.
Right? So we're having, and of course, I'm a good friend, so I let the waitress know that it's his birthday.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
They come, sing happy birthday, and the complete strangers are all like joining in, right? And then I have to go, Buddy, like I let him know, like, and I'm not just saying that that's his name. I'm not just saying Buddy, my buddy. And then we finish, and I go, and we're not gay. Dude, the whole restaurant, we're in like a corner. There's probably like 30 or 40 people. Dude, it kills hard. Like everybody was like, we didn't even think that, but you guys are weird. So now we're laughing and we don't know.
Joel killing at the steakhouse.
And Buddy's wearing a pink shirt. So we're not sure what's going
The
on.
odds are pretty good one of you two are wearing pink on any given day.
Yeah. Really good.
And I will say, quick side note, you would have looked much better beside me on the beach than Buddy if I had in fact gone.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, I guy that lifts weights 8 times a day. I invite him.
He's all hulked out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
So I looked like the beached manatee. Yeah. By the way, I never did thank you for not being able to make it. Sweet call.
Passport issues.
Dude, so we end up meeting this couple next to us. Minister from Houston and his wife. They were celebrating their 1-year anniversary. It's their second marriage. The husband on his first marriage had gone 6 years in a row, staying 6 weeks doing missionary work in the Bahamas every summer.
Wow.
So he knew it ins and out. He was like, "Hey, we're gonna go swimming with the pigs. Do you guys want to join us?" And we're like, "Oh, so just 2 couples on the couple of couples on the." So we're like, "Yeah, we'll go, like whatever, right?" And
How can you turn that down?
yeah, so that would happen 2 days later. But then later that night, we're walking around and we see this couple from New York, and we're just making conversation. I hold the door, and it's like, "Oh yeah, we're walking around. It's my wife's birthday." And we're like, "Oh, it's Buddy's birthday." He goes, "Oh yeah, aren't you the non-gay guys from the steakhouse?" I'm like, "Wow, that can't be how we're known around this." Rumors are starting to fly around the Bahamas. Yeah. Yeah. Just so you know, our producer Jesse just used not air quotes.
Well done, Jess.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
By the way, we had one room with 2 beds. If you know what I mean. And then, dude, on the last day, they took out I asked them to take out the cot because they're charging $50 a day. Dude, instead of taking it out, they gave another one.
And did they charge you another 50 then?
No, they tried to.
Okay.
But I'm like, dude, what kind of
Yeah, what operation?
like
is this?
youth hostel do you think I'm running here? This freaking Bahamas. You know, I got 8 more buddies coming.
And we all clearly only need 1 bed.
1 bed. That's all we need. Dude, so we go on this thing, and the boat pulls up to the resort, like that picks us up to go, and it's dude,
wow.
it's probably like 15, 20 feet, like it's not that big of a boat, like it can only fit like 8 people.
Okay.
And they bring their friend, two girls that they had became friends with, and then a friend that was a minister.
Okay.
Dude, he officiates 1,000 weddings a year.
I mean, that's almost 3 a day.
Dude, yeah, apparently 20 minutes. He zooms them their destination.
Oh, he's zooming them. Okay.
No.
Oh,
Like
it's one of the weeks he does.
ahead of time. Like they're all destination weddings, and then he officiates them when they're down in the Bahamas. But like, hey, Alan, how did you meet? And
Yeah.
explain and everything.
To get I get you. Okay.
But I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to get in his business. But even if he charged $100, which I know he's not, that's $100,000 a year, dude. And dude, the amount of time and energy and he's putting into it. I mean, now he's slowing down. But what I didn't know until I went down there is the Bahamas have a very Jamaican-like accent.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of like, yeah, man. No, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, it's really cool, like laid back. And he's like 51, and he's like, yeah, but I don't do 1,000 weddings anymore. I'm trying to slow it down. And he still does several hundred, like, and he has his company and everything like that. So, dude, he smoked 1 cigar the whole boat ride. The boat ride was like 5 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's super stogie.
What a cigar. Yeah.
Woo.
So we got off the first spot, and we're swimming around. There's a school of fish, and there ends up being 2 sea turtles, a mama sea turtle or parent, and a baby.
Nice.
Right. The couple goes out. Buddy goes out. They're all like swimming. They're touching the turtle, and turtles actually have like these fish, 2 underneath and then 1 on top, different species of fish, and that are swimming with them.
Yeah. Wow.
It's
Okay.
wild,
Yeah.
right? I go in. I'm like, they're gonna think I'm a manatee, first of all, right? I start swimming, and the turtle can't get out of the way fast enough. I can only imagine the turtle thought, here comes a predator. Not familiar with this, but it looks dangerous.
No creature I'm familiar with causes that much wake.
Dude, and I was, first of all, very funny. And I lifeguarded. So I was like a real swimmer.
Right,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to swim faster and faster, and this turtle is
It's not
just,
having it.
yeah, just out, dude.
The
Out.
fastest turtle in the history of turtles.
Yeah. So we get back. We end up seeing the island where Gilligan's Island
Get
was
out.
first filmed.
Get out.
Yeah, so not the whole, like the B-roll, like where they say like, hey, a 3-hour tour.
Yeah.
And they pan to that island is one of the Bahama islands.
Get out. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's awesome.
Bohemian, I guess. Bahama. Yeah.
Yes, appropriate.
I think I messed that up, but that's how they say it.
I liked it anyway.
Yeah. So we get to the next island, last island, and that's where the pigs are. Apparently, like, it's how it started. Like the farmers would feed the pigs, and the pigs started like coming to the shore. They would start swimming to get fed. So now it just becomes a swimming pig. That's what you got to do. But you're like, all right, I'm here. These pigs are nasty,
Are they just
overrated, not worth it.
Are they
like,
just crapping in the water?
well, all right. Well, there goes my punchline. No, but
We're gonna make a reel of me
no,
blowing punchlines
dude.
eventually.
That's how. Yeah, Ronan's gonna splice this up, and it's gonna be hilarious. But so, dude, there's baby pigs, and then the biggest pig, dude. I'm talking 200 pounds,
Holy pig.
right?
Yeah.
And I go, how old's this pig? 2 years. This pig got fast quick, right? Straighten out, and then eventually they go swim again. So 2 pigs are going out, and let me tell you, the only way to describe what I saw was a fire hydrant, okay? They just start peeing. It was literally right after Buddy goes, this water is not as clear. Like all the water is like majestic.
You like see your feet when you're
See your
standing
feet.
in neck
teal.
deep. Yeah.
He goes, this water's a little murky, and all of a sudden we hear, like, dude, it, like the place is like the roof's on fire.
Dude.
Okay, and they just start like, and I'm like, well, that's not good, and that is obviously why this water's a little murky.
Whoa.
Then all of a sudden you look over, and 200-pound pig is now pooping.
What now? What is a 200 pig pooping like?
It's like it's not a snake.
Mm-hmm.
It's little droppings. And dude, comes the boss, the guy that's in charge of the island.
Oh, I thought you meant the boss pig. Okay.
No.
Okay.
The guy from the Bahamas
Right
that's
on.
in charge of this whole operation, like a pool boy with a swimming net, scooping up the poop. The pooper scooper,
no.
yeah. And all I could do is go, you missed a couple. They're right over here. A couple.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow. And people swim in this, or do you just watch?
They're kind of just like wading in the water and like feeding
That's
it.
enough.
Yeah, we got back in the boat.
Yeah,
It was
that's smart. Yeah.
wild.
Oh my God, that's a riot.
But you would have freaking loved it. I saw Brian Urlacher.
What?
Yeah, or just hanging out at the resort.
Get out
Your boy Dak Prescott, as he drinks a glass of water.
I could have added another sack to last
Yeah.
year's total.
Julio Jones.
Get the hell out of here.
P. Diddy's son, who cares? But then I end up seeing Frank Thomas.
The
First,
baseball big hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Buddy and Harris and I go to the gym because why not? If I'm with a personal trainer, I might as
Hey,
well.
man. Being with Buddy would shame me into going to the gym too.
Yeah, yeah, I know. What are you gonna start with? Yeah,
Well, that's great.
yeah.
Oh,
He
wow.
goes, today's my leg day. I'm like, mine too. Let's go.
So happens to be.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, it's just amazing how that worked
Yep.
out.
So, dude, we go to the gym and literally on top of the outside of the gym on the roof of the 7th floor of this hotel,
Mm-hmm.
as you go into the gym, is Frank Thomas just doing full-blown wind sprints. And he's like, dude, there's no mistaking it. I'm like 6'4", probably a 325 pound. Dude, fast, like he's still.
He's got to be into his 50s by now, I would think too.
Yeah, because he was a rookie in what, 91?
He was in his
Something
prime
90?
when I was. He was a rookie when I was still in high school.
Right. Let me tell you, the man looks good.
Dude.
Right? So I let it go, didn't say anything, but I'm like, that's definitely him. I Googled it. I'm like, 100%, right? Then we go to go get something to eat, finish the gym. He must have already wrapped up, cleaned up, and was headed to the casino.
Oh, okay.
So we're passing again. So this time to not make no doubt, and Buddy was like, I don't know if it is because Buddy's not a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
I go, Big Hurt. Not to yell his name, but just his nickname to let him know. He goes,
yeah.
what's up, fellas?
Dude. Good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Wow, man. The
Yeah.
big hurt.
I didn't
that's a
like
big deal,
no
dude.
picture or anything like that. Just like just kept it going, and
Love
he was
it.
like, yeah, he appreciated it.
Smart.
You know,
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that.
see him doing the Viagra commercials or whatever.
Dude, he's doing Viagra, testosterone.
Yeah.
That guy's living through modern science, man. That's why he's doing wind sprints at 57 years old or whatever he
Yeah.
is. You know what I mean?
Wild.
That's impressive, man.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite non-Phillies that played the game. He was
Right.
He was a beast.
But that was so Jimmy Schubert introduced me to Stephanie Wood, who came with him.
I
last
love
time.
Stephanie. Stephanie's
Yeah.
great. She's been up here like 2 or 3 times at least.
So she went to the Atlantis, performed for like a week.
Okay.
It's like right. I don't want to say right down the street, but it's on the same island.
Okay.
And she was like, I know you're looking for a vacation. Book it this place. You're going to come back a changed man. So shout out to her. That's why I went down there.
Nice.
And it was
Stephanie.
really, really cool. Yeah.
That's killer, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
She's great, man. I love when she comes up here. She's funny as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome time. And
Dude, that's great. You had a good time, man. I know you deserve a vacation as much as anybody I know.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I just needed to just take that break, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cry me a river, but it's like you just need, and that kind of taught me too. It's like, why else do we do this?
Mm-hmm.
And I just needed that time away just to break off. Like, but I felt guilty for it, you know? It's like,
I knew you would. Yeah, dude. That's like, like you texted me on Thursday. I thought you were back in town
Right.
early or something. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, hey, man, what's up? And, you're like, still, you said something that I knew you were still on vacation. And I was like, I'll stop bugging you after this one question. You know what I mean? You're like, I live for this shit.
yeah,
Bug
yeah,
me.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but I did leave my phone in my room withdrawal, dude.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah.
10 minutes?
Yeah, no, for like 5 or 6 hours at a time.
Holy shit!
I know.
That's impressive, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The good news is I came back, phone fully charged. What's that like?
Yeah, when's that happen last for
Yeah,
you?
that happens the minute I wake up, and then we're playing catch up the rest of the day.
And it doesn't happen when you fall asleep playing spades.
Yes, my man. And then I fall asleep. It's not hooked up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
You're starting behind the 8 ball.
You know exactly the way that goes down.
I love it, man. That's awesome, dude. I was excited to hear about your trip, man. That's killer. What? Anything else fun happen in the Bahamas? Do they have a comedy club down there?
So they did it in Atlantis, but I didn't go.
Oh, the place Stephanie did.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have loved. They had a nice jazz bar.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and every night was 3 or 4 different local musicians.
Oh, that's cool.
And they played like everything from like Motown to like current music, and
awesome.
they're playing like Whitney Houston and
Yeah.
different a bunch of
They got a top-notch singer if they're playing Whitney Houston shit.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, and it was like 2 or 3 different women that were singing every night.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love those kind of bands. Like you've booked like some of the bands that have been here. And
Yeah.
I stuck with the names, but you know some of them. But they like the one on New Year's Eve that was doing
The Uptown Band.
Yes, they were great. Big shout out to Uptown Band. You guys are awesome. And they have like at least 2 or 3 different lead singers. And at one point they're doing James Brown. They're doing Frankie Valli. I mean, what band do you know that does Frankie
Yeah.
Valli and James Brown? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's amazing. These bands that can do that kind of stuff.
So the lead singer, well, the guy in charge of that, Eric Koala,
Okay.
and yeah, really talented guy, and also plays the saxophone.
Jeez.
Yeah, and
That's
a
ridiculous.
lot of other instruments. Yeah, he's
No,
very,
it shows.
very
That's
talented.
a band full of talented dudes,
Yeah.
guys and girls, and it's something else, something to see.
Wait, do you remember the story? Did I tell you the story that happened on New Year's Eve?
I don't know. I don't.
So the female singer that you're talking about,
Yeah.
walks out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's like 12:30 in the morning, and I'm just wrapping up,
Oh, this
locking
is-
up.
okay.
And I'm dead sober on New Year's Eve. Like I didn't even drink. My aunt and uncle were there. My dad's cousins. Well, my cousins too, like second cousins.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, have a good night." And the boyfriend goes, "Wait, you're Soul Joel?" And I go, all right. Hey, I'm like comedy. I'm like, this guy's about to roast me. I don't need to hear it. Yeah, yep. I know you're disappointed. I'm not black. Here we go. Yep, lay it on me, brother. And he goes, no, man, I've been listening to you on WEEU on AM radio. And I'm like, dude, I didn't realize we'd be having an AM radio conversation at 12:30 in the morning. And he goes, dude, you mind if I get a selfie? I go, you're messing with me at this point. Like, I'm like, your girl just got done working for 5 hours. It's 12:30. You want to go back home or a hotel, wherever you're going, and you're fanboying over me over AM radio.
AM radio in 2023.
Right.
That's incredible.
And
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
well, it paid off. It's great. You know
It's
what I mean?
so
It's,
awesome. I love AM radio.
yeah,
I
dude.
still love it.
I know. So I go on the radio and tell that story, right? Then on Good Friday, that band comes back because every year they do Bandapalooza.
right,
So the
right,
girl
okay.
goes, I go, hey, how's everything going with your boyfriend? She goes, fiance. And I go, by the way, I told that story about New Year's Eve and about how he, couldn't believe he was meeting me. She goes, we just broke up last week. I go, well, this story's going nowhere
Oh, man.
for the second time.
Wow.
Whammo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold the foot out.
Not
Yep.
the first, not the last.
Definitely, man. Oh, dude, that's priceless.
I didn't
Wow.
tell you that story?
No.
Oh, yeah,
No.
dude. That's, because it's not really good for me. But
Yeah. And I
Yikes.
worked that event with you, and I took off at like 11 or something.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
oh,
there
that's
for
right.
the-
We just posted that. I think I posted that picture on your birthday.
Yeah, dude, that was great. Yes.
And I didn't notice. That actually opened my eyes where people were like, Alan actually wears different jerseys.
Oh, that was so fun. Dude, people I've known.
you were like,
yeah, totally. Because the one it was that bear. I look like a bear or something, and the other one was you and me on New Year's, right?
Yeah.
And you clearly see different numbers.
Right.
And I legit have, I don't honestly know the number.
Okay.
But I legit have over 35.
Okay.
Okay. And I have-
Wait, hanging in your closet like suits?
Totally, dude. That's all that's hanging. No, here's my closet. You ready?
Home, away, throwback.
Buddy Harris show. Dude, by the way,
I want to show him I'm not gay.
I sent Buddy on his birthday, which I know he didn't see. I wasted a good line on his birthday wall of birthday compliments I know he wasn't going to see.
Right.
But I said, happy birthday, buddy. How about those assholes that wear Eagles jerseys on your birthday?
Oh, my gosh. Dude, that's actually why I disabled my wall. Because I was so afraid of ever missing someone.
A good one.
that someone. So it was like, then they end up just sending me a private message going, "Hey, your wall's disabled. I can't write on it." I'm like, it was on purpose.
Yeah. Do you have something good to say? Because now I'll see it.
Yeah. So 1 year, and I'm not saying it, but it became like a NASCAR, like a NASDAQ ticker.
Yeah.
It was like, and I'm like, dude, I would spend all day like being my own personal assistant, being like, thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
Yes, and you must deal. I can't even imagine what you're dealing with. I have a much smaller scale, but I was just a couple years back. I was just like, okay, I'm not dealing with any of the individuals. I just put
post.
a big thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, dude, that's a trip, man.
That's a funny callback, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I almost thought it was good enough to text you,
Oh, absolutely.
but I didn't want to bug you, so I didn't.
Oh no. You know what I would have done? I would have shown it, buddy, right to his face.
See, I
Be
could've
like,
done
hey,
it, dude.
you made it safe. By the way, here you go.
I should have done it. So we got to pull this clip,
absolutely.
whether we use it for promotional stuff or not, and
Yeah.
just send it to Buddy.
Oh, for sure. By the way, HB.
So yeah. Oh, by the way, with a frame of reference. Oh no, did we talk about that on Buddy's podcast? Is that because I don't know if we got into that. The whole how Buddy makes fun of my Eagles jerseys.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, it's just a short little thing. But so there's frame of reference for what we were just talking about. If you don't know Buddy Harris, he's one of my favorite comedians that comes here, and he's a great guy. What's in his Lansdale Tavern, right?
Yeah, Lansdale Tavern. Yep,
Lansdale
that he owns
Tavern.
with him and his fiance,
Yeah.
Julie.
Julie, okay. Great joint. Go check it out. He's a great comedian, great guy. And from the first day I met him was at Royersford, I think in that first summer.
Okay.
2020. And I was bullshitting with him before. I didn't know he was a comic. We were just talking, and we got going about whatever, and got along, so we're just bullshitting. Next thing I know, the show's starting, and Buddy's on stage, and he's doing his thing, and then he looks at me mid-act and goes, "Sorry, buddy." And he goes, "So how about these assholes that wear Eagles jerseys when it's not in season?" And he goes off on this great bit about assholes like me.
Right.
And then 6 months later, whenever the next time I see him, I go up to him. It's now in season. And I go up to him, I say, "Well, I guess you can't do that joke anymore. It's good to see you, man, blah, 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 and we're bullshitting." And he goes, "Ha, yeah, alrighty, whatever." And being the great comedian buddy is, he walks up on stage. This time he doesn't say anything. He just gives me a little wink. And he goes, "So how about these assholes that don't wear Eagles, or that wear Eagles jerseys when it's not game day?" Because now it's on a Friday instead of a Sunday, even though it's in season. And every time since, he just keeps getting me with the Eagles jersey shit. So I love it. I look forward to how he's going to nail me every time I see him. So it's great.
So funny, dude.
So I thought the birthday
The
comment was
best.
going to be fun.
Yeah.
Buddy, you're the shit.
It's but that's what makes it fun, man.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there's two shows going on. I always tell this, but there's one for the audience and there's one for the comics.
Yes.
And that's one time where it's like, dude, we can work with this.
Love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's a show within the show, like you always
Yeah.
say. So
Because,
cool.
by the way, here's a prime example. And if you don't know him, he's sitting right here
Yeah, right.
at all the shows.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's funny, man.
I don't even know if I told you this, but when we had the Sounds of Sunnybrook, which are all retired musical directors.
Oh, wow.
Right? There's it was in the afternoon. They did 2 sets from 1 to 3 o'clock, and then Chris Monty did a set. Well, when they went up to their second set, a lady that comes to line dancing all the time, she goes, "Hey, that guy on stage right there to the right, is that the guy that you host your podcast with?" It was just a
My
mountain.
doppelganger?
It was no. It was just a mountain man with a big beard.
Yeah, right on. Yeah. I definitely get that. Big dudes with beards tend to get that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny,
Yeah,
man.
he was more ho-ho Santa Claus than you are.
Right on. Yeah.
Both jolly.
I'm more like Wolfman Jack meets Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah. Which, by the way, let's bring up Lou. Shout out to
Oh, Lou, we love you, man.
Lou, who by the way, sent us not a group text, but individual texts. Because by the time I responded back to her, you had already sent it to me.
Dude.
And you were replying to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, already got it."
This is the greatest. I don't know if it'll show up on camera if we pull it up.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
I can probably get mine pretty quick. How far back is yours?
So yeah, I got it.
Okay, so I'll explain who Lou is. Lou, I don't know if we've talked about her on the pod much, but that's female Lou, by the way. And I met Lou at a Dave Attell show in Lancaster, of all places in Lancaster, years back, and we immediately recognized how much we're both big hardcore comedy nerds, because as everybody else is leaving and getting sick of our conversation, we're locked in and going and not stopping about nothing but nerding out on comedy. And so we've gotten along great ever since. And this is the picture she sent to Joel and I separately the other day. And I'll explain what it is.
Okay.
That is Jack Black and Kyle Gass, who just, I guess, that came out fairly recently. This song that they did. I don't
It doesn't matter, but it's Kyle in his tighty whities, banana hammock, and it's Jack Black in a
Tarzan sort of
Tarzan wrestling singlet, about to go wrestle freestyle.
and sprinting through the waves on the beach.
Which is also, I never even thought about this. It also fits because Kyle's the one with the beard and white hair, and I'm the former wrestler.
Exactly. Yes. Totally. Yeah.
Other than that, yeah.
Oh, Lou. Yeah, Lou's awesome.
Shout out to Lou. I mean, that's funny. And
Yeah, Lou's as funny as it gets, man. She's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm like, oh, thanks for thinking of me, as they say.
I sent that to, I don't do much with my phone, as you guys know,
Yeah.
but I sent that to just about anybody I could think of that might give a shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, yeah, cool. So, what else have we been going on, man?
Dude, I have, just some, it might be kind of fun to run back some of the shows that have been going on here, because this will probably, this might come out in a month or two or whatever, but it's just been, we just saw Colin Terrell last Friday with the Dome being open and everything, and my God, what a show. Colin is filming a special in New York City in July with, Gas Digital, doing a series of specials, which is so cool. He's filming on the same night as Rich Voss.
Oh, wow.
Which, come on. If this comes out before that happens and anybody wants to drive to New York City and take me as their passenger, I will pay for everything involved with that night. So hit me up. But, how fun is that? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No,
Colin
great.
and Rich doing a special in one night, and and there's like 4 pairings like that they're doing over the course of a couple weeks. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that, man. So
Jamie
cool.
Kennedy opened the Dome.
I missed it because of stupid stuff. But
dude, so just here's a synopsis of the
lay it on
weekend.
me, dude.
So first night, Jamie comes down. Jamie didn't realize that we were in a new location.
Oh, shit, he came to Roeful.
No. He came to the right location.
Oh, okay.
But he wasn't. He didn't fully understand everything that was going on.
Gotcha.
So he pulls up, and we had the last prom of the season. One of the local Pottstown prom kids must have had a parent that was a firefighter.
Oh, okay.
So they pulled up in a fire engine.
Oh, wow.
So fire engine, lots of kids.
What a riot.
Dude, he pulls up in his car and calls me, not even getting out of the car, and was like, what is going on? And he goes, I think you double booked. I go, dude, we didn't double book. I go, no one going to the prom was going to come to this show. I go, we're fine, man. We're out here. Everything goes fine. But on stage, he ends up using it, going like, Joel double booked. But I end up taking a photo with the principal. And he goes, because the principal, obviously starstruck. Yeah. He goes, but the problem was all the students were like, who is that?
That's perfect. That's
and it was
great.
like, dude, the perfect joke.
Oh, man, what a way to kick off the Dome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was amazing.
That's so cool. Jamie, what a pro.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was a lot of fun, man. And he, everything out, every time you see him, he's used to getting hecklers. So anything like that, he's just feeding off of and living in the moment.
Well, dude, he made a documentary called Heckler, I think
Right.
it's called, or Heckler.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's great. I love the documentary. He fights a critic. He boxes a critic in the
Oh.
thing. And it's the whole documentary about why heckling happens and, how you deal with it and all that stuff. And And it's Jamie Kennedy, so it's goofy and fun as hell. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it doesn't take itself too seriously, even though there's a boxing match. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right. Yeah, and he's the best, man.
Yeah,
It was a
super
lot of
cool.
fun.
That is super cool.
Yeah, and got Jessica Kirson.
Oh, so fired up, man.
Fired up. It's gonna be great.
To close out Pridezilla. Day.
Pridezilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Tell
gonna
me
be a lot
about
of
this.
fun.
The woman that's doing the show at the Melody Room.
So Irene too.
Yeah.
Originally, lives in San Francisco. So it's one of the rare times that she's going to be on the East Coast.
So she packed up her tent and decided to head to the East Coast.
Yeah, man. So it's she's playing in like Brooklyn and Poughkeepsie, and making her way to Pottstown.
That's really neat, man. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Quite a day you're having that day.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Quite a day.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So the Pridezilla thing is going to be out in the Dome or in the ballroom, or what's going on there?
It's ballroom and in Melody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Right
Yeah.
on. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got so another funny story. I'm standing there talking to DJ Dan about the prom.
I have a funny Dan thing then too.
Okay, and
No, DJ Bob thing. Sorry. Go ahead.
I got another one too.
Remind us to come back to DJ Bob.
We might as well go right into it now. So no. But so we're talking about like what's going to happen, and so anybody that doesn't know, we had an adult prom. It's 80s and 90s for the adults coming because like it's a fun idea.
Love it. I saw that.
Everyone
Yeah,
loves
that's
getting
a
dressed up.
Great idea.
So
yeah.
DJ Dan's going to be the DJ, and then we have Sandra D who's going to teach cha-cha
Oh, cool.
and a hip hop dance, like dance lessons
Cool.
with the night. You know, dance the night away. So I'm literally talking about how the night's going to go. Guy walks in, probably 65, 70 years old, with an envelope, and he looks at me and goes, "Is there still openings for the senior prom?" And you know me, you start saying you got to talk in words and think. So I
Phrases.
start immediately walking in going, this is like the principal or like some sort of like, is he coming to me about bookings for 2024?
Yeah. What is this?
Well, I don't have my calendar on me about if the ballroom's open.
Right.
And meanwhile, just so you know, there's two shows going on. So in Dan's mind was like, are we only inviting seniors to this thing? So I'm like, we're both on. I still don't know the answer, right? So, but he wanted to buy tickets, and he didn't want to buy them online, so he was bringing me cash.
Yeah.
So we got through that. Now, Bob is sitting next to me on Sunday for swing dancing. DJ Bob.
DJ Bob.
Shout out to him, right?
Science.
So he's just talking to me about the website, and we're getting ready to open up Gatsby's and this the website, and woman walks over. Now I don't know if I had told you this, but DJ Bob tried to salsa and bachata. Okay, and listen, we always joke around, but we say come one, come two, come all. All are welcome, whether you're single, you're in a couple, you're in a group of people. Everybody's welcome at any dance.
Yep.
So DJ Bob's like, I'm gonna try it.
Hell yeah, DJ Bob.
Right? So they everybody matches up, and then they're like, rotate, and Bob ended up holding hands to partner up with the second person. He goes, I'm out. He wasn't down with the old switcheroo. It was too much one night, and he's like, I can't. Like, with switching partners and all this intimacy, we're done, right? So fast forward, dude, this is 6 months later. My dad was still in town, right?
Oh, yeah.
So DJ Bob's sitting next to me. Lady comes up, pays, and walks away. And he goes, see that girl? He's like, that's who I was partnered up with for Latin, for salsa and bachata. He goes, I got partnered up with her. That was the second part of the night. I packed up and went home. Dude, I laughed just as hard as you did, but also because that story had zero fat in it. Like every word was necessary, no extra.
You just cut right to the heart of one of the things I love about Bob.
Yeah.
There's zero fat with Bob almost ever. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, Benji Brown, Memorial Day weekend, he's sitting there and he finally starts playing music as we're like introing comics because the comics love going, like Tony Woods goes, and DJ cut. Bob was playing no music. Like, what's the point of playing all that thing and you have the whole thing set up and there's no intro? People have actually emailed me going, yo, the show was great, but how are you not going to intro the comics and keep the music going the whole time?
And there's a vast difference between how DJs are treated and what part of the show they are between white and black rooms and comics. You know what I mean? The black cats always expect the DJ to be doing their thing. If Bob does something with a white guy, they look at him like he's got 3 heads. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's funny the difference there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So I'm like, yo, he finally plays the music. And then Benji at one point just looks over and goes, so what's your DJ name? And he tries to go into
His full DJ name, which is
Full DJ
some
name.
sort of physics equation that you and I can't reproduce.
Delta T.
It's not E equals MC squared. That's for
Right, that's for us.
That's not for real physics people.
But he ends up going Bob, and then he goes into, like, he's trying, but he goes, oh, DJ Bob. And then he goes, well, no, he's like, MC DJ Bob. And then
and it becomes
it's MC, bitch. And it's this whole bit.
and then it became Mick Bob.
Mick Bob, right.
And
Yeah.
then he asked him if he DJs every weekend.
Yeah.
And I said after the fact to everybody that I knew a couple things when he was asked this question. I knew the answer was not going to be yes or no.
Right.
Bob doesn't do simple. And I also assumed that whatever his answer was going to have at least 3 syllables.
Right.
Okay? And his answer was typically.
Right.
Which led to Benji being the pro that he is, ended up using that word 100 times between then and the end of his set, and to unbelievably
Which was
funny effect.
amazing.
It was incredible. And
Yeah.
every time you forgot about it for half a second, it would come back in an even funnier way.
Yeah. It was so, dude, and
Benji was something else, dude. I wasn't familiar with him, and he was something else. Benji
Yeah.
Brown, keep him on your radar.
right. So funny. Well, and it makes sense that he was a radio DJ
Oh, the voice on that cat. All
For-
the voices he does, and just his speaking voice.
and the improv.
Yeah.
So you know if he's getting callers or whatever bits that he's going in and out, like writer, whatever he's got, he's improvising all day, yeah.
Quick as shit, man.
Right. And so behind the scenes, the reason why Bob answered it that way is sometimes now he'll go run Oxford for me.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll run. So, like, he's not here every weekend, but he might be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or we might not need a DJ one night. So, and he's just, or he's taking the night off, or he's
Yeah.
celebrating, whatever.
Yeah, doing some physics.
Yeah. So, but it was like typically.
Dude, typically. It's just perfect, Bob. It
Yeah.
was
But that's why I love it,
perfect,
because he literally can't lie.
Bob. Exactly.
You're getting the answer.
Yep.
Whether you like it or not.
And the no fat thing, because you know how people struggle when a comic comes to them, because if a comic actually wants you to talk and they ask you a question, a lot
Yeah.
of people struggle with the answer,
Right.
Because they're either nervous, which
Right.
is understandable, they get tongue tied, which is also understandable, or they don't understand that the comedian wants the quickest possible answer you can give because all they want is something to play off of,
Right.
Right. Bob cuts right. That, like you said, there's no fat in that statement. Bob's not
Right.
going to say, well, he's not going to hem and haw and go, well, you know, I was here last time, and we all don't care after 3 seconds. You know what I mean?
Right.
He goes right to the heart of the fucking matter, typically, which means I know I'm not here every Friday, but I usually am, and I work here often.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but he summed all that up in one word.
Right. Typically,
Bob,
DJ Bob.
love you, man.
Yeah. The best. Yeah,
Oh, I
man.
have a Bob story from the what was going on here inside Saturday night.
It was
The male strippers.
Yep.
Yes. What are they called again? What's their name?
Savage Men.
Yeah, Savage Men. Which
Topless.
I'm still waiting to make my debut in the audience for
Yeah.
that one. But I didn't realize because I was at the Colin Terrell show in the Dome.
Right.
And then we came over to the bar afterward, and all of a sudden I see Bob lugging his DJ equipment. I just assumed those cats would have their own guy.
They do.
Oh, okay.
But we put them in.
Right on. So Bob became part of the show. Well, I didn't know this, dude. And Bob comes lugging all his DJ equipment. He's all sweaty, and you know what I mean? And I was like, Bob, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I was working the stripper show. And I said, well, how
Oil boy.
Dude, I said, how did it go? He said, well, I could answer that by telling you I have 25 crisp singles in my front pocket. Bob was getting tipped.
Well, so That was the microphone. So Bob told me the same thing. So Bob never wants to tell me how he did. He goes, I'll let you ask them. And I go, did he just walk into this room dick first, as James Madden would say? Did he just walk into the after party cockle-doodle-doing with his mane straight up? Is that how confident of a man he is?
That's so awesome.
So obviously that was his way of joking. He goes, but if you do not have time to check in with them, I will have you know that I do have 25 crisp dollar bills in my wallet, and it's getting fat. Direct quote.
Oh, man. Oh. Whew. Yeah, man. I said I saw a hell of a show tonight, buddy, with some really talented comedians, but you just gave me the line of the night.
Oh, the best. So then also to break the fourth wall, I always am looking for any angle I can to market the cool things and this whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the after the Benji show, I didn't realize it's the 50th year of hip hop.
oh, wow.
So a lady
okay.
called me up. What's up, baby? Is that hip hop party Saturday night because of the 50th anniversary of hip hop? I go, I had no idea. I go, this is a total coincidence. I had no idea. And but
Fortunate coincidence.
we
though.
did it, right? And but with Friday night, when we had the male review, the last time, one of the ladies that always comes, Joe Sergi and his wife Crystal,
Okay.
she literally went to the male review, and dropped Joe off at the show.
Oh, I love it.
So now we're like, dude, we gotta keep doing this.
Yeah. No,
right?
that's perfect. Yeah.
Right. So we posted it, and it was Ronan's idea, and he goes, "Ladies, drop your men off here," pointing to column, so that you can go here, pointing to the male review.
Love it.
And then we shared it and tagged column, and he reshared it and goes, "I thought I was handsome in my own right, but this is ridiculous." Right?
That's great.
So then, so then I talked to him about that. I go, dude, I hope you weren't upset at that. He goes, upset? He goes, when I shared that, do you know how many other comedians messaged me going, that is hilarious marketing?
Love it.
And
That's
so
great.
unbelievable, right?
Killer, dude. Killer.
So then another Bob story, because why would we stop?
Let's roll with Bob, dude.
So we ended up doing the hip hop party in the Social House.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the DJ ended up loving Bob because Bob's doing nothing but requesting the hits. And he goes,
Bob knows his shit, dude.
right. And there's a lot of people dancing, having a good time, but the DJ's like, yo, I don't know who this dude is, but he keeps requesting the songs, right? And there's a lot of people having fun. And DJ Bob's going, I don't know what's going on, but I think the reason why you didn't sell more tickets is because the DJ is not the guy on the flyer. So I go, Bob, that's when a DJ sometimes, he's the headliner, he'll have a warm-up DJ for a few hours. And the truth is he was actually DJing a wedding, finished the wedding and came over. But as poetic justice, as he says that, I see the guy pulls up and he's got a van like mine, like you just know.
I saw it as I was leaving
right,
tonight. Yep.
right. So I go, dude, that's not the guy. The guy just pulled up and he goes, well, that explains it. Total, and that's exactly what Bob was thinking, right? So then, shout out to the Lower Pottsgrove Police. I just went to their golf outing.
Oh,
big
shit.
supporters.
Nice. Very cool.
But I have to plead ignorance. I did not know when the noise ordinance was.
Oh.
Okay, and so I go, I think it's like this. I don't know what time it is, and Bob goes, let's find out. And I go, Bob saying this? I go, dude, he goes, it's the cost of doing business. I go, dude, you're wild. Yeah.
Oh.
And they like shortly after he said that, they showed up, and as soon as the guy gets out of the car, he goes, yeah, you gotta shut it down. Oh. And I go, dude, understood. I had no idea. I thought it was actually 11.
Mm-hmm.
but it's 10 o'clock.
Gotcha.
So it's a
Okay,
lot
right on.
earlier than we ever imagined.
Right.
And the headlining DJ had the noise earlier, and we should have just had it inside in the ballroom. Everything would have been fine.
Right,
But we did it on
right.
the Social House, Memorial Day weekend. I thought it would be cool.
Yeah.
We quickly found out. But Bob's like, dude, it's just the cost of doing business.
Doing business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cuts right to the fucking bone.
Right to the chase.
Bob, you're the man.
You're the man. Yeah. But for Alan Hill, man, Jesse Marchese, our producer, man, the best.
Hell
Soul
yeah.
Joel, bring them out. Please subscribe, download, and leave us a review. We appreciate you, man. All the links are in our bio. Soul Joel TV, subscribe, and anywhere you can find your podcasts.
Oh, man.
My man.